Evelyn, a wealthy woman, visits a poor village with her daughter, Olivia, and notices a bright young girl, Brenda. She promises Brenda's family that she will give Brenda a better life and education in the city, just as she would for her own daughter. Brenda leaves her family with a heart full of hope, excited to be with Evelyn and Olivia in the city. Her family bids her farewell, believing their daughter is going to a place where dreams come true. Once in the city, Brenda is surprised by the grandeur of Evelyn's mansion, imagining the comfortable life awaiting her. Evelyn, however, quickly assigns her household chores, telling her it's part of a learning responsibility. Days turn into weeks, and Brenda realizes that she is expected to work around the house and run errands for the family, unlike Olivia, who spends her time at school and enjoying her youth. Despite the promise of an education, Brenda is forced to help at Evelyn's restaurant, taking on long shifts without pay. She is told that if she wants to go to university, she must save up from her work at the restaurant. Brenda dreams of studying but finds her days swallowed by chores and running Evelyn's restaurant. She watches other teenagers pass by, carrying school bags, feeling the bitterness of her broken dreams. Olivia grows jealous of Brenda, sensing that her mother's plans for Brenda might bring attention away from her own privileged life. She begins to treat Brenda harshly, echoing her mother's orders with disdain. Years pass, and Brenda's hope of going to university dwindles, but she clings to the dream, storing every little tip she receives from customers. The few moments of kindness from patrons give her strength to continue. One evening at the restaurant, Brenda meets Peter, a kind, handsome young man from a wealthy family who is immediately intrigued by her. They strike up a conversation, and Brenda shares her story with him. Peter is moved by Brenda's resilience and starts visiting the restaurant regularly, encouraging her and admiring her hard work. Brenda finds herself feeling hopeful and cherished for the first time in years. Peter's visits become the highlight of Brenda's days, as he respects her strength and begins to admire her character deeply. Slowly, they fall in love, and he becomes a beacon of hope in her life. Brenda finally tells Peter about her unfulfilled dream of going to university. He assures her that her dreams are valid and that he will stand by her, giving her hope she thought was long gone. Brenda introduces Peter to Evelyn and Olivia, hoping for a warm reception. Instead, Evelyn grows cold, and Olivia becomes visibly envious, jealous that Brenda has found a man from a wealthy family who truly cares for her. Evelyn and Olivia privately discuss ways to sabotage Brenda's relationship, feeling threatened by the attention and love Peter shows her. They both agree that Brenda does not deserve such happiness. Evelyn spreads false stories about Brenda's background, painting her as ungrateful and deceitful. She tries to turn Peter against her, claiming Brenda has been a burden to their family. Peter, however, sees through Evelyn's lies and confronts Brenda, who tearfully confirms her hardships in the family. Touched by her honesty, he assures her that his feelings remain unchanged. Brenda, now heartened by Peter's support, begins to stand up for herself at the restaurant. She no longer allows Evelyn to take advantage of her, much to Evelyn's frustration. Evelyn, sensing her control over Brenda slipping, grows desperate and pressures Olivia to find a wealthy suitor. Olivia becomes even more resentful of Brenda's happiness. Peter proposes to Brenda, promising her a future free from hardship and the opportunity to go to university. Overwhelmed with joy, Brenda accepts, feeling her life is finally turning around. Evelyn and Olivia are furious about the engagement and try once more to convince Peter of Brenda's ingratitude and selfishness. Peter dismisses their accusations, recognizing their jealousy. Brenda returns to the village to share the news with her family, who are overjoyed and proud of her resilience. They express gratitude to Peter, relieved that Brenda will finally receive the life she deserves. Peter's family welcomes Brenda with open arms, admiring her for the strength and dignity she has shown through years of adversity. She feels a sense of belonging she never knew before. Peter and Brenda make plans for her to enroll in university, fulfilling the dream Evelyn had promised but never intended to grant. Brenda is finally free to pursue her education and aspirations. On her first day at university, Brenda feels overwhelmed with gratitude, her heart full of hope for the future. She vows to make the most of this opportunity and build a life full of purpose. Evelyn and Olivia's restaurant business declines without Brenda's dedication and hard work. Evelyn realizes the cost of her cruelty but knows it's too late to change anything. Brenda excels in her studies, determined to make her family and Peter proud. Her journey from a maid to a university student becomes an inspiration to those who know her story. Peter and Brenda's relationship blossoms, strengthened by the hardships they have overcome together. Their love serves as a reminder of the power of kindness and resilience. Brenda and Peter open a foundation to support young girls from disadvantaged backgrounds, giving them the educational opportunities Brenda once dreamed of, and inspiring others to break free from hardship. Although their foundation started small, it quickly grows as people become inspired by Brenda's story. They focus on helping girls from poor families, giving them the education and support Brenda once longed for. Brenda balanced her studies and foundation work, feeling a deep sense of purpose. She begins speaking at schools and community centers, encouraging young girls to pursue their dreams despite hardships. Evelyn, seeing Brenda's growing success and the positive impact of the foundation, feels a pang of regret. Her once proud business is now struggling without Brenda's support. Olivia's resentment toward Brenda grows as she watches her former maid become celebrated. Olivia, feeling neglected by her mother, decides to take matters into her own hands and reconnect with old friends from their social circle. Peter throws a grand celebration for her Brenda's graduation and achievements. Brenda's family from the village also attends, and she feels fulfilled, knowing she has honored her family's faith in her. During the celebration, Olivia approaches Brenda, pretending to make amends. She apologizes for her past behavior, and Brenda, ever forgiving, tries to mend the relationship, hoping they can finally be like sisters. Evelyn, seeing the positive effect Brenda has on her restaurant's customers and community members, asks Brenda if she'd be willing to help revive the business. Brenda considers it but decides it would be best to keep some distance. Olivia, resentful of Brenda's continued success, decides to spread rumors in the social circle, painting Brenda as someone who used Evelyn's kindness to climb the social ladder. Peter's family, hearing the rumors, grows concerned, worrying about who their son is about to marry if the rumors are true, and Peter must reassure them of Brenda's integrity. Brenda is hurt by Olivia's lies but focuses on her foundation and dreams of making a difference. Brenda and Peter discuss expanding the foundation, and she suggests reaching out to international organizations. Peter is supportive, admiring her ambitious vision for helping more young women. Olivia meets a man named Eric, who shows her attention but lacks sincerity. Despite his dubious reputation, Olivia clings to him, hoping to compete with Brenda's relationship with Peter. Meanwhile, Brenda's foundation receives a grant, allowing it to reach more villages. Brenda feels immense satisfaction, knowing that more girls will have the opportunities she once wished for. Evelyn's business collapses due to poor management. Realizing her dependency on Brenda's hard work, she approaches Brenda, this time genuinely asking for forgiveness. Brenda is compassionate, but wary. Olivia, now embarrassed by her mother's situation and her own reputation, grows desperate. She tries to convince Eric to marry her, hoping it will restore her status, but he rejects her. Peter encourages Brenda to open a school under the foundation to provide education directly to girls. Brenda is overjoyed and begins planning, envisioning a future where young girls can learn and grow without barriers. Evelyn, feeling the weight of her mistakes, volunteers at Brenda's foundation to try and make amends. Brenda agrees, believing in second chances and the importance of transformation. Brenda's school opens, and the community is thrilled. Young girls from disadvantaged backgrounds finally have a place to learn, and Brenda feels her dreams taking shape in new ways. Olivia, feeling abandoned and defeated, finds herself at a crossroads. Brenda reaches out to her, encouraging her to volunteer at the foundation and turn her life around. Olivia reluctantly agrees to volunteer, initially treating it as a punishment herself for the way she treated Brenda. Over time, however, she starts feeling a sense of purpose as she connects with the girls and witnesses their gratitude. Through her work with the foundation, Olivia begins to reflect on her life and her jealousy toward Brenda. She feels shame for the pain she caused and realizes she can create her own path through the experience. Evelyn begins to openly acknowledge her mistakes, apologizing to Brenda in front of the foundation staff and supporters. Brenda, moved by her honesty, forgives her, allowing Evelyn to find peace. Olivia's transformation deepens, and she starts considering further studies to build a career of her own. Brenda encourages her, glad to see the change in her former adversary. Peter and Brenda marry in a beautiful, heartfelt ceremony, with both families attending. Brenda feels blessed to have Peter's unwavering support and love through all her struggles. The couple are also able to change Brenda's family living conditions by building a new house in the village. Olivia, inspired by Brenda and Peter's marriage, lets go of her resentment and supports her sister in her new life. She realizes that Brenda's success is not her loss and that they both can find happiness. Brenda continues expanding the foundation's reach, partnering with more organizations to fund scholarships for girls. Her influence and impact grow, and she becomes a role model in the community. Evelyn finds peace volunteering, helping to guide young girls and sharing her story of redemption. She realizes the value of kindness, seeing her pass through new eyes and finally finding fulfillment. Olivia decides to study social work, inspired by Brenda's journey and her own experiences. Brenda, overjoyed, helps her apply, and they grow closer, finding the sisterhood they both longed for. Brenda's foundation receives international recognition, and she is invited to speak at global conferences. Her story becomes a beacon of hope, showing how perseverance and compassion can create change. Olivia finishes her studies and goes back to Brenda's foundation as a social worker, helping young girls who remind her of her own struggles. She and Brenda now share a deep bond of respect and love. Brenda reflects on her journey, grateful for Peter, her family, and the life she has built. She knows she has created a legacy, proving that with love, resilience, and forgiveness, true transformation is possible. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned for more interesting stories. Your support is everything to our growing channel.